Hello, good people of YouTube, Mountbatten here, and today we are taking a look at what is the most sought after premium ship in the game, and that is the Tier 9 American battleship Missouri. The Missouri was removed quite some time ago, around the same time that the Musashi was being introduced into the game. They were both available for a very limited period of time, then the Missouri was pulled. You would acquire the Missouri back in the day by grinding up 750,000 free XP. If you're wondering about free XP ships, you're looking at the one that started it all. So a free XP ship was a fairly interesting concept back in the day and pretty unique. You could either convert all of your ship XP over to get 750,000 free XP, or you could, of course, grind the game and earn it that way and get this ship potentially for free. And what's very, very, very unique about the Missouri is that she still, to this day, has the best in-game economy out of any ship in the game. This ship prints credits, XP, and free XP like it's going out of style. Even today, with some of the insane ships that we have, none can outdo the Missouri. The only one that can come close is the Roma with the Kobayashi camo equipped on it. That's the much beloved beer can camo on the Roma. And then at that point, the Roma comes close. But the Missouri, especially with the ability to mount 21 signal flags in what warships that we have today, she is just absolutely insane with the amount of credits and XP that she can create, as you'll see after the end results of this game. So, what do you have to do to get this ship nowadays in World of Warships? Well, the only possible way to get the Missouri is either one, if she's being given away in a special event. They've done that a few times last year. I don't remember what events were going on, but you could buy these containers and you had a very slim chance of getting the Missouri, and occasionally they might give one away for a special event or something like that. But the way most people get this ship is with the Santa containers. So the Santa containers at the end of the year, they have rare and removed ships in them, and I think the Missouri may not even be available in this year's Santa containers if the text from last year's Santa containers is to be believed. She may be gone forever. I doubt it though, because people will absolutely throw money at this game to get the Missouri. I did. It was quite a lot too. So back in the day, and the video is still up, for one of the earlier videos on my channel, I decided to see just how much you could throw at the game in the Santa event and what you would get in return. And surprisingly enough, it actually came out, I think, like $200 and something ahead of what I'd spent. I think I spent like $600 on Santa containers, but by the end of it, I had garnered, I think, almost $900 worth of premium ships, coal, signal flags, special camouflages, this, that, and the other. I really did get my money's back out of the Santa containers, but those are the Santa containers of 2017. As we all know from last year, the Santa containers were a little bit different and not as profitable. So I wouldn't recommend, definitely would not recommend throwing that much money at the game just for the Santa containers event. But anyway, yeah, that's the only way you can get the Missouri for sure. If you throw enough money at the game, you will get the ship. And people will do it. I've met several people that have thrown 4 digits worth of money at the game to try and get the Missouri, and they got it, and they spent quite a pretty penny getting the ship. And it's all for that economy or the historical value of the ship. And I mean, it's a digital item. Throwing that much money at a digital item isn't really worth it, in my opinion. If it is in the Santa crates this year, I'd say just, buy a couple $20 bundles. You get it, great. You don't get it, no worries. Try again next year if she doesn't get removed outright. But again, I don't think they will, because again, this is literally the reason why people throw money at the game come Christmas. So what is the Missouri? How different is it from the Iowa? Well, in today's World of Warships, it's simply a worse Iowa. That's the plain, blunt truth. This ship is worse than the Iowa. The one main reason that holds it back today is that the Missouri still hasn't gotten the improved American battleship hill. Back quite some time ago, Wargaming buffed all the higher tier American battleships, and they gave them an improved heal. Now, this is a heal that Colorado's actually had for quite some time, but the North Carolina didn't have it, the Iowa didn't have it, and the Montana didn't have it. The Missouri still has the old heal, meaning that she can only heal back a fraction of the damage that she takes, which is absolutely detrimental to a higher tier battleship nowadays. Because when the Missouri was introduced, the worst HE spammer we had in the game was the Des Moines for cruisers and the Khabarovsk for DDs. So let that sink in. The Des Moines and the Khabarovsk were the worst HE spammers back then. Yeah, and now we've got Smolensk, Austin, Worcester, flying Smolensk with the FDR, also flying Shimakaze with the FDR too. So yeah, the ship doesn't do so well nowadays. Now, if you're a seasoned player, you know how to make her work and such. And she can, of course, still work if you're a good battleship player, but you're starting at such a detriment to yourself with that standard American heal in 2021 World of Warships. Other than that, the only difference is she doesn't have the spotter or fighter plane, and she gets radar instead. She has 9.5 kilometer American radar. It's active for 35 seconds. Now, of course, back in this day, a battleship with radar, whoa, even still today, a battleship with radar, it still does catch newer players by surprise. You know, when the DD players see a battleship pushing their smoke and think, oh, I'm going to torpedo this guy. And then suddenly you get hit with radar when there's no radar cruisers around. Pretty funny to see that happen. But other than that, the radar isn't really even that useful. Now, in Tier 9 clan battles, it was kind of niche in some roles, fulfilling it with that radar. But in random battles, I mean, when you're playing Tier 9, you're going to have radar ships in game. Very rarely do I get in a game and there's not at least 2 or 3 radars on each side. It's rare if I get in a game and there's only 1 radar per team, and that is freaking weird. And of course, with CVs too, and the CV rework and how easy CVs can keep DD spotted nowadays, it's not really that useful anymore. But people, again, will still throw just heaps of money at the ship around Christmas time just because of that economy. And right now, the game you should be watching, I'm in the Missouri. This is a Tier 9 to 7 game, meaning that there's no Tier 10 ships. I'm top tier, and I'm only doing damage to like Tier 7 or Tier 9 ships, which means I'm not benefiting from the booster of doing damage to higher tier ships. If you don't know, in-game, when you are doing battle against a ship that's a higher tier than you, you get a boost to your income. It's like 1.25 for ships 1 tier above you. For ships 2 tiers above you, it's 1.50. And I do think it keeps scaling with the tiers. So like if you get in a failed division and you're in a Tier 7 ship and you tiered up the Tier 8 ship, now you're fighting Tier 10 ships, I think it does give you a 1.75% boost to your income. So when that does happen to you, you can take advantage of that situation and try to, just poke a Tier 10 ship or try to get the last kill shot on a Tier 10 ship. That way you get a pretty big boost to your income. And as much as up tiering does suck when you're in like a Tier 8 ship and you get up to Tier 10, if you're in a Tier 8 premium ship, the world's your oyster at that point. You can really, really, really start to farm some nice credit and XP income, which ships like the Mainz are very good for that because she's a fantastic Tier 8 premium ship and she can hang in there at Tier 10 games when you're in the right position with her. But anyway, I'm not in that position here with the Missouri. I'm mostly doing damage to Tier 7 and Tier 9 ships. Mostly Tier 7 ships, because there should be Colorado and a California in front of me right now, and I should be just pretty much pumping shells into their bow and overmatching their bow. And as you'll see here in a second, I don't do that well in this game. I accidentally eat the ram from the other Iowa, which either should be happening right now or should have already happened, and you should just be watching me fly around the map. So I only do 112,000 damage in this game right now, which isn't, is not bad for a Tier 9 ship, but a Tier 9 ship that's top tier that had a bunch of Tier 7 ships to bully probably should have done a little bit better than 112,000 damage, especially for me. I could have easily done probably 150, 160k if I didn't eat the ram from this Iowa here at the end. So knowing that I didn't do that great, I actually came middle of the team this round. How much credits do you guys think I made? 700,000? 600,000? 800,000? Would be a reasonable guess, right? But they are just a little short. I made 914,000 credits this match, which is insane and isn't even near what the ship can do. And I made a combined 25,000 XP between the ship XP and the free XP. And this is on a mediocre game too, y'all. Like I said, I literally came middle of the team. I think I was like 6 or something on the leaderboards. Only did 1,600 base XP that round in a tier 9 ship when I was top tier. So yeah, this ship can easily, when you're in the right situation, you can imagine that the credits this ship can print. I've had, I think the house I've had is like a 1.9 million credit game. I unfortunately don't have the screenshot anymore. I had to switch out my hard drive some time ago and I lost all that stuff on there. But yeah, when you're in the right situation with this ship, you can easily just print money like it's nobody's business. And again, that's why so many people throw so much money at the game trying to get this ship. Because if you get this ship, your credit problems are done. Just go play 2 rounds in this thing and you'll be fine for the next couple of days. You could throw matches and still make profit with the Missouri almost. Obviously, I'm not advocating to go throw matches because you don't want to do that. But even on losses too, y'all, without the victory bonus, this ship can easily make your money back for that round. But anyway, guys, just wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about the Missouri. I took her out for a couple battles a couple of days ago and just wanted to talk about her after playing her for a bit and playing her in 2021 with all the HG spam and such. And still, yes, she still prints credits, but absolutely not worth throwing money at the game to get her at the end of the year. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 25,000 subs, just past 24,700 a few days ago, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday. That's what today is. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.